What's going on, everybody? Today's trading recap is going to be for June 15, 2021. Recording this a day late, so it's June 16 right now. I'm down $953 for the 15th, Tuesday, and taking 13 trades. And the reason why I've been overtrading this month was because ever since I moved to Interactive Brokers, it's been kind of weird. So say I deposited $20,000, I could keep using that $20,000 over and over, until I'm satisfied with my account, but that results in overtrading. And if I'm down, say $400, and I want to get into a $20,000 trade, I would take another trade, and then next thing you know, I'm down $900, for example. So that's really the cause of why I'm overtrading, is because my money pretty much just settles. If I put in $20,000, I could keep using that $20,000. So that applies with options. I'm not sure how it does with stocks, but that's what Interactive Brokers works with. So it's kind of confusing. It took me a little bit just to kind of understand it. But anyways, I'm doing really bad for the month of June. I'm down $1,800 for the month, and it's not looking too good. I have about maybe 10 more days left until the end of the month. So let's go ahead and dissect the trades that I did. DKNG was my first losing trade, which was a pretty stupid trade in my opinion. Everything was kind of climbing, and I wanted to go and decide to buy puts. So here is the the strategy that I used, which is the trend line. So from the previous video, I mentioned that I wanted to kind of change up my strategy for a little bit, because the way that I trade trend line breakdowns is I want 3 taps on the trend line, and then if it breaks below that trend line, and then I'll enter into some puts. But that hasn't been working for me lately for June. So maybe what I tried doing was being a little bit more aggressive, meaning that my trend line is going to be a little bit more steeper, and entering in on pretty much a instant confirmation. So really, I don't even have a confirmation for a trade. Maybe a break below this candle as a confirmation, but really that was my trade. I saw this run up, and I wanted to enter in some puts on a flag. So right when it broke through that trend line, I entered into some puts, and then I had to get stopped out above here, just because it was climbing up and didn't really like the look of it so far. So that was a really stupid trade. Let's go ahead and move on to Boeing. I won't go over all the trades just because there's so much, and I don't even have a live trade because I had to delete it. It was eating up a lot of space. I left the recording on too long, and it was just slowing down everything. So with Boeing, let's take a look. I don't even remember where the trade was, to be honest. Was it a loser? So a good thing about this journal is that I'm able to track back where I bought and sold. So that is my entry and that's my exit. But I use Thinkorswim a lot more better. So I was on the wrong day. That's why I was kind of confused here. So here's the trend line, and I really wanted it to break below this trend line and form a double bottom and break below that double bottom. So I actually entered in right here at the lows of these candles, and then once it saw it spike up, I really had to get stopped out at that candle right there. Didn't want to get caught up in another pullback. I know in the month of May I was really strong with holding pullbacks, so I would be down probably $500 or $700 before I can make profit. So now I'm not going to be doing that this month, or I'm going to try not to be doing that this month, just because my account has been kind of going downhill now ever since the strategy is not working out too well. So next trade was on Tesla, $244 winner, and let's go over this one. This one was a pretty clean flag break, or a trendline break, not necessarily a flag at all actually. So here's the trade on the 5th, actually that's the 11th, sorry. On the 15th was this first trendline breakdown, and here's a good example of when I enter into trades. So this one, I kind of, it was a little bit risky. So I entered in on the confirmation of that breakdown on this candle's low, and then I held through all of this, and then I saw the choppiness, so I decided to get out at the bottom of this candle. Luckily I got out at a good time. I just didn't want to hold just because it broke below this support line. I did not want to hold because I could see a little bit of chop session going on with Tesla. So you can see it's just been kind of trading in a kind of like a small tight range before it breaks down again. So I wasn't gonna hold through that, because if the longer I hold, the more the premium drops on that contract. So the next trade I have is a loser on Tesla. So this one, it was a little bit risky, so I actually did have to get stopped out. So I took some call positions here. Let me clean up the chart. I took some call positions here and then jumped up on me, and then I had to get stopped out. Right when I saw this trend line break, I was like, oh, it's my pattern. So I wanted to do a flag break. Maybe I might do a reversal. So I quickly jumped into puts and wrote this thing down here. And that is where my profit, or my next profit is, which is $503. So that was my Tesla put positions, and that really worked out for me. But all the other trades were really messy, and I had really no confirmation or strategy going on. Yes, I did use trendline breakdowns on most of these plays, but all of them just failed to break through. AMC was pretty much of a gamble. Amazon was a trendline breakdown as well too. So everything was a trendline breakdown, but the reason why I have these big losers was because I have a habit of holding on to my losers longer than my winners, because sometimes what happens is when I enter into a trade, sometimes what it will do is that it will retrace back up, retest the trend line or a resistance level or even a moving average before coming down again. And then sometimes with emotions, once it goes past those resistance, and I personally would just think, okay, let me hold on just a little bit longer. Next thing you know, I'm losing a lot more money. So that's what I really need to work on and improve on. So in the future, that's why on the next day, what is it today? Today is Wednesday, and this is a video for Tuesday, just confirming. That's why on Wednesday I took my profits really quick and ended green, so I'll go over that in the next video. I'm running a little late on getting these videos out, feeling a little unmotivated still, but still trying to really push all these trading recaps. I really don't want to miss a day, and hopefully I don't, because I really like to get all these YouTube videos out so that way I can journal my trades. Plus using this journal too. So if you guys want to know what journal this is, I am using TraderSync. I have a link to that in the description below if you want to check that out. They do have a free trial for, I believe, 7 days, and then if you do sign up for the free trial, you get like a 50% off for the year. So that's what I'm doing right now. So they upgraded my account to like an elite plan, so I'm kind of getting all the good benefits of analyzing my trades and evaluating all the positions that I'm taking. But really, that's all I have for today's recap. I'm surprised I did everything in this one take on a video. So no editing here, just kind of straight through. So if you guys like the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, also hit the subscribe and leave some feedback. I really appreciate it. Still a lot of work putting these videos out, and I'll see you guys on the next trading day.